We have captured somebody that you gave an opportunity to get into this business. And I've mentioned his name before. He is perhaps one of the most prolific, he is one of the most prolific producers that Hollywood has ever seen.
And one of the wealthiest.
And I knew you all have an incredibly great history. You gave this gentleman his first opportunity. Welcome aboard, Ed Weinberger, who produced The Cosby Show, Taxi, who produced
Mary Tyler Moore.
Amen, Mary Tyler Moore, and on and on and on like popcorn. Welcome, Ed Weinberger.
Good morning, everybody. Well, out here it's good morning.
Yeah, it's a happy morning. It's a happy morning, Ed.
Well, and happy birthday to you and Greg. It's certainly good to hear you again.
God bless you, brother. Peace and love to you.
God bless you.
And the
God
family.
Bless you.
So, Ed Weinberger, you were...
listen, I hate to change the conversation because it was getting really hot, and I love to hear Greg talk and preach as he's been doing this, and I've been hearing it for a long, long time, and it never gets old. There's always something new to say, and
Ed, part of what I'm fascinated about is I'd like for you to share with this listening audience here where you were in your life when you first met Dick Gregory, and sort of just give us those first several years. Man, again, I've said to just about every guest I've had, we could talk all day, but we're fairly short on time. So if you could just sort of give us a synopsis of meeting Dick Gregory, what he meant to your life, and what you guys did through the years.
Well, it's quite a story. It would probably make a book or a good movie, but I don't know that Greg and I could tell the whole truth about it. But listen, I was a white boy working in Bloomingdale's trying to write jokes. When I went up to Greg at what was the club in New York?
The Blue Angel.
The Blue Angel.
Yes.
And I brought him some jokes, and he said, "Come by and see me tomorrow." And I came by, and I was making $105 a week in Bloomingdale's, which was okay. Greg offered me $100. And I was on the road with him the next week, and I found myself in a wonderful adventure that changed my life. Suddenly, I was in Mississippi. I was involved in the civil rights movement through Greg. A whole new world opened up to me, and I saw life differently than I had seen before. I did not grow up with black people. There was none in my grammar school. There were 3 in my high school, and maybe 12 in my college, and none of whom I knew. So when suddenly I'm in the road, and suddenly I'm in Mississippi in the 1960s. At that time, it might as well have been 1848.
That's right.
Considering what life was like down there and what life was like in this country. I think we've come a long way, but as it's clear, we haven't come nearly far enough. And what amazed me about what's going on now, when I see, we're talking about leadership in this country, that I don't know what to call them, but those people that were down there then are still here, and I can't believe it. I can't believe they haven't gotten any smarter. That the people who hated then are hating now, and there's no difference. It's as if they never grew up. It's as if they never learned anything. It's as if the world has not changed for them, and the rest of us have gone on and have seen the promise and the possibility, and these people have just, these other people who we all know who we're talking about.
You talking about rednecks?
I didn't want to use, I couldn't find the right word, but rednecks is good, and I'm thinking of people like the new senator from Texas and so forth. They just remind me of Strom Thurmond and Governor Barnett, and they just keep coming at you. And I can't believe that 50 years later, they're still here and as dumb as they've ever been and as hateful. And so that's my little speech.
Hey, Ed, you didn't go far enough. Redneck cracker honkies. Let me hear you say that.
Okay.
Let me hear you say honky.
I can say honky.
Hey,
I can say honky with the best of them. I think that word is too good for them. I think we've got to come up with another word that honky.
Well, let me tell you, Ed, hold on, Greg. Hey, Ed, you just recently. I got to sort of move the conversation along. You just recently did a show for our dear friend and her television network, Kathy Hughes and Alfred Liggins with Television One. Can you tell us a little bit about that show?
Well, it's I can tell you a little. It's called Bells. It's set in a soul food restaurant in Atlanta. I learned about soul food through Greg. We ate in some of the best soul food restaurants in the country, and this is sort of an upscale soul food restaurant run by a father and with two daughters. His wife had passed, and Bells is his wife's name, and that's the name of the restaurant. And it's on Friday night. You can catch it on TV One if you have. If you get TV One, and it's, I think you got to find. It's just an old-fashioned, traditional show where I thought I could portray a black family in a honorific way, and without being stereotypical, without going for cheap jokes, and trying to show. And also trying to deal with issues of today. I deal with a little bit of slavery in the first episode, and nutrition and health in another, and black atheism in another. So stories that I was interested in, and TV One gave me a chance to do. But I didn't come here to plug the show. I did come here to renew my friendship with Greg and with you, Rock. And I'm
Ed, and I really appreciate it. We've got to go to a break. Thank you so much for getting up so early out in Los Angeles, and I look forward to seeing you today.
I got into show business, so I wouldn't have to get up early. But for you, Rock, this is a pleasure.
My brother from another mother. We'll see you soon.
Tell your family hello, and I'll call you later on this evening to share something with you.
Greg, please call me. I want to hear from you.
I got you. Thank you.